there, and good day to you. We're going to go through your Unit 7 practice tests and get you ready for your test, hopefully. All these things here at the beginning are functions. We're just going to do whatever it tells us to do here. We've got to make sure we put our f function on top, our g on the bottom. So literally it's 3x plus 4 on top, 3x minus 1 on bottom. There's nothing to simplify. Don't go trying to cross out the 3's or something crazy like that. It's just done. That's it. Move on. Alright, the closed dot means multiply. So it's 3x to the 8 times 2x to the 7. So here, 3 times 2 is going to make 6. X, we're going to add our powers because 8 and 7 are going to add up to our 15 here. When you're multiplying with the same base, you're going to add your powers together. And that's it for that one. Here we're going to subtract. This is the first one you guys are going to have trouble with that you don't realize. Oh, geez, that's a 9. Well, this is the first one that's a little bit tricky because when we subtract, we got to make sure we change both signs of the guys inside here. So that negative sign is going to change both of those. It's a minus 3x and a plus 7 then. So now I'm just going to put these guys together. 8 minus 3 leaves 5x. Negative 9 and 7 make a minus 2. And life is good. Alright, plus. I don't know why plus got put last here, but it did. So we're just going to add the two things together. We got 1x here plus 5x makes 6x. 7 minus 1 makes plus 6. Guess that's it, right? Yeah. That's all we got to do. Alright, this one, the next one that's confusing for some reason. It's saying that when I plug in 16, f tells me it's 4. When I plug in 16, g gives me 6. Well, when I plug in 16, what happens when I multiply f times g? It's literally just saying take 4 times 6 makes 24. Circle it, walk away. If you want to just pretend the 16s aren't there just so you can do the problem, go ahead. Because it doesn't matter. It's just the way things are. First one with the f of g of x. This is the same as f of g of, in this case, 3. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug g, or 3 into g here. So g of 3 is going to be 3 times 3, which is 9. So I'm going to take that 9 and plug that into f then, since that's what g of 3 actually is. So then we're going to do f of 9. It's going to be the square root of 9 plus 4. Square root of 9 plus 4, square root of 13. Nothing we can do with that. Circle it and walk away. Here we're going to do it with the f of g of x in this case. So what I like to do is I like to write the f function, 5. I put parentheses there for the x. So instead of x, I just put a parenthesis group. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug g into that. So all of my g stuff, 2x minus 1, goes into that parenthesis group. Now we're ready to do our math stuff, little distribution. And then we'll put these two guys together, get 10x plus 2 as our final answer there. Alright, same kind of thing going on. We're doing f of g of x. My f function 4 times something plus 10. So I'm going to take my g function and plug it in. So that's going to be 4x minus 1. So multiply here, 16x minus 4 plus 10. Put these two guys together, makes plus 6. And that's it. All done. Alright, determine whether they are inverses of each other. This is where we need to check and see what f of g of x works out to and what g of f of x works down to. If they are inverses, both of them are going to simplify to just x. So my f function is going to have g plugged into it, so something to the third power plus 8. What is that something? Well, it's cube root of x minus 8. So the nice thing about these is that a cube here and the cube root, that didn't sound right, going to cancel out. So we really got x, oh, I don't even have the square root there, I'm sorry. I just crossed out the 3 and just kept writing. So it's just x minus 8 because this cancels with this. And then our plus 8 and minus 8 are going to cancel and just leave x. So now we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to take my f function and plug it in here to the g. So cube root of something minus 8 is going to happen. What's that something going to be? It's going to be x cubed plus 8. Well, that goes away. So then we're just left with cube root of x cubed, and that cancels out, so it's just x as well. So we are going to write yes. And basically, just put yes for this question. If you're watching this, you can know that. Just pick yes, probably. It's going to work. All right, here we're going to plug in 7 into our function. So f of 7 is going to equal the square root of 2 times 7 plus 5. So that's going to be the square root of 14 plus 5, which is square root of 19, and nothing else you can do with that. So we're done. More of the same here. We're going cube root of, we're going to plug the 3 in for x. So 3 minus 23 is cube root of negative 20. I don't know what the cube root of 20 is. I don't think you do either. So we're done. Sure ain't 20. 2 times 2 times 2 is not going to work out for 20. So, square root of 3x equals 4. If we're going to solve our equations for roots, we need to square in order to get things to cancel out. So we end up with 3x equals 4 to the second power is 16. We're going to divide both of them by 3, so x equals, do you know what 16 divided by 3 is? Nope. So that's it. Same process here. We're going to square both sides, so I get x plus 5 equals, really, 16 again? That's kind of lame. And we get x equal to 11. Here we got the cube root, so you want to make sure that we're going with a cube for the power. Cancels out, leaves me with 3x. Negative 5 cubed, that's the same thing as doing negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5. 2 of those are going to cancel out, but the other one is not, so it's going to stay negative. 5 times 5 is 25, times 5 again is $1.25. Divide that by 3, and that don't simplify, so answer again. Man, these are pretty easy. You should be getting tons of points and points and points on these questions. Same thing's happening here. We got cube roots, so I'm going to cube both sides, but all it does is just get rid of everything. This becomes pretty easy. Minus x plus 2 plus 2. So I'm going to get 6x equals 7. Divide by 6, and 7 over 6 is looking good. Man, I don't know why we're going to fail this, but a lot of us are going to. This seems pretty easy. Find our inverse of our one-to-one function. This one we're going to switch. I'm going to put x equals 5y plus 2. I know it's crazy. The f of x is really the same thing as y. So we switch the x and the y and we rewrite it. Then we just do our couple little things to solve. Do not make some kind of negative 2x here. Put the negative 2 in front. It's just x minus 2. We can't do anything with it. Some kid earlier today said, does that mean it makes it more complex? Sure. It stays kind of crazy and complex, but that's okay. So I get y equals the x minus 2 over 5. I think they write in there the f with a little dash there. That means inverse. It's the same stuff. All is well. Find that and you're good. Alright, using our horizontal line test. This is to determine if the inverse is going to be a function and thus be a one-to-one function for us. So the first one here, I can draw horizontal lines anywhere I want to. It's only touching it once. So then yes, it's going to be one-to-one, and it's going to have a function of an inverse. This guy here though, I can draw that horizontal line. I hit it twice. Too much touch is no. Not going to have a one-to-one function relationship. Not going to have an inverse that's a function. Alright, little formula here. E equals square root of P times R. Now automatically you're going to be scared because, man, there's letters in here. It's a whole story. We're talking about volts and watts. It's okay. We just need to match some things up. It says P equals watts. It says R is the ohms. And we just got to plug our things into the right places. And E is number of volts. I'm sorry, forgot about that guy up there at the top. So we make our little key based on what it is that they're telling us about these things, and we just match up our numbers. So 2 watts, that means P is 2. 50 volts, so 50 is E. Says what are the ohms, so that's going to be my X. Or in this case, I'm just going to leave R because why not? So 50 is going to equal the square root of P is 2 times R. So just plugging in the 2 numbers from the paragraph based on what it says that they're going to match up with. How do we get rid of that square? Well, we square both sides. 50/50s comes out to what, 2500 equals 2R divided by 2. And I got 1250. So that's 1250 ohms. So yes, scary looking problem. It's not. Match your stuff up. Plug them in the right places, here and here. All is well. Alright, moving along here, number 20. Match the graph with the function. Well, what happened here? We went backwards 1 and up 1. So, if I went this way 1 and this way 1, I'm looking for a plus 1 on the inside and a plus 1 on the outside. And that's going to be A. Here, it looks like our center just went up 1. So my inside the root's not going to have anything, but my outside's going to have a plus 1. And that's looking like D over here. Graph our inverse functions. Alright. So this is a y at 2, so that means my x is going to be the 2. I got an x at -4, so I'm going to go y at -4 and draw my line. Easy. Here my y is at 2, so I'm going to, or at -2, so my x is going to become the -2. My x is at -4, so my y becomes -4. And I draw my, oh, that's disgusting. Oh, that's gross. I'm sorry. I don't know why it didn't want to work here, but that's where it's going. If I could redo, I would redo it for you, but that's pretty bad. Alright, we're almost there, almost done here. These ones graphing our function. This is a -3 on the outside, means it's just going to drop down 3. 1, 2, 3 right here. Draw my curve, and it's a square root graph, so it's just the one side. Here, my +2 on the inside means it's going to go opposite and go left. So I'm going to move 2 here. And this one's my cube root graph, so it kind of does both ways, and that's it. Wow. Yeah, that's all we got for you. So anyway, really good luck on the test. I hope you do well, and yeah, we'll see you back in class. Make good choices out there.